The filter-free diary. Uh,
Good evening. It's 7:20 and I'm staying at this hotel which has got like white marble everywhere, like white marble staircases, white marble entrance. I'm sure you noticed that in some of the pictures. But it's like really pretty, and there's a whole lot of what look like geraniums, but they may not be geraniums. I am in Greece after all. Anyways, and it's got a lot of cool artwork, and I've been to some places that have weird artwork, and this is very tasteful. And when I checked in, I met with what I assume must be the owner or the manager, because he spoke a lot of English, and I was like, awesome. Anytime I meet someone that speaks English, I'm like, awesome, because I speak the English, and I asked him for a cart to bring all my stuff up, and he definitely went down into the basement and got out a cart that was in good condition. So I used it, and I brought up all my stuff, and I returned it downstairs like how I always do. And he smiled, and I smiled, and a little while ago, like around 4 o'clock, which would be after I finished making food and was trying to clean up, and realized that the sink had significant problems. Like there was a pool of water on the floor, and the sink was connected with plastic, and the plastic had, of course, broken in. And I was shocked to find such a thing. And so I packed up all my stuff, and I'm like, I'm going to have to go to another room, obviously. And went down there and went down to reception and was trying to explain the problem with the sink, and the owner, or manager, whomever, wouldn't make eye contact with me. I'm like, oh. And instead, maybe he was training someone, and she didn't seem to speak like very much English at all. And I tried to explain there was a problem with the sink, and she's like, what is sink? I'm like, oh no. I'm like, where you wash your hands. She's like, oh, okay, we'll get someone to fix it. You can go back up to your room and we'll call someone. And the whole time I'm looking at the other guy who spoke great English, and he's not saying anything, and he's avoiding eye contact. And I'm like, when your guests bring a concern, usually, especially if you can communicate, you want to facilitate, the resolution to a clear and obvious problem. But he didn't want to. He didn't even want to look me in the eye. And later on, I realized that's guilt. And he might have been trying to use such a thing as a teaching moment for this other employee. But at the same time, you got to realize that regardless of where your attention is, other attention can be on you, right? And from a customer perspective, it does not make a very good impression. So they called the repairman, and the repairman was under the impression he was just going to put soap in there. And that's because perfectly good English-speaking manager man decided not to say anything and let whatever miscommunication was happening and goof around. And the thing is, of course I'm going along with all of it. However, when I get back to my room, I've already booked another hotel and I'm going to leave tomorrow instead of staying here for a few more days because when you intentionally put your guests into a room with a broken sink and then when they complain about it, you won't make eye contact and you won't facilitate better communication because the repair guy was shocked to find that the sink leaked that much. He's like, I can't fix that. I'm like, I know. and the hotel manager just didn't say anything. If he had 15 minutes of fame, that would have been it. A chance for him to stand up and do the right thing and make a good impression and, shine. Because not for nothing, I'm in another room and I'm facing a different area, and I'll definitely show you this video clip, but late at night, when all the city or town or village or whatever is illuminated and you see all these lights everywhere in a sea of black, doesn't it kind of, not for nothing, look like the heavens, look like the stars? Don't we naturally reflect the heavens in our cities and our towns as we cluster around light, especially in the evenings? And so if we're thinking about it that way, maybe it becomes a little bit easier to always want to shine, to always want to do your best, to always want to put your best foot forward, to always be a superhero as you could be, instead of missing out on your 15 minutes of fame because, you were feeling guilty about some shit. Have a good evening.